It does seem like foreshadowing. The biggest element of foreshadowing is just whenever anything gets added to evidence.
The implication is that it'll be used at some point.
Wow, look at this weird piece of garbage added to my evidence. It must be the murder weapon.
What about the blue badger, Keith?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think about every time. It's the fact that blue badger is in evidence. It's like, when's that gonna come up, huh? Got a spooky handprint. Maybe we should spray it to see if it's blood.
I already suggested that last time.
Yeah, I don't remember if we did it yet.
I don't think you can.
Well, you won't talk. You won't comment on this case. Tell me about this case. What?
Yeah, you said it was a different case, dude.
Yeah, it's a different case. You can't trick me. Or maybe it's dialogue now, because I looked at it. No.
Fine. So we
Shit.
got a screwdriver, so now we have to be on our merry way and show it to someone else. But who?
Trying to remember if there was a hint about what to do next.
No, he was just talking about how they, you know.
Maybe we could talk to Gant? Because he's the one that told him to do that?
I don't remember. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I don't know where Gant is.
Probably inside the police department.
I would think so.
But yeah, I'm flailing pretty hard at this point in the investigation about like what. There's just too many possibilities.
Yes.
Die.
I think it's creepy that he's carrying a baton. Like,
yeah.
he shouldn't be carrying any kind of weapon.
He's armed.
He's armed.
Seems unnecessary.
It does.
No, Gant's not here.
Maybe it's a traffic waving baton and not a beating up people baton.
Like a...
He's directing traffic. Let's just say that.
Like a...
Or he's at a rave
like
and
a
he's
glow
dancing.
stick?
Yeah, he's at a rave and he's dancing.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, I miss her.
She was there last time.
I love her.
Like a minute ago.
She's my favorite.
Wait, how do I... Wait, no. Shit. No. I didn't mean to click on that one. I'm trying to go to the evidence room, which means I need to go... back to here. Then... here. You can't go in the police department. If you go in the police department, you can't get to the evidence room. It's really weird.
I know.
You have to go into it from the outside.
Everything will be okay.
He's gone. Why is this?
Huh. Detective Goodman's evidence locker. It's empty.
Only Detective Goodman himself can open this locker.
So, the person who took out this knife had to have been Detective Goodman.
But why was it wrapped in the scarf muffler and stuck inside the car muffler?
The yellow crime scene tape. You know, yesterday was my first time seeing that.
What?
Have you ever been to like a Halloween party where they just put it everywhere? Or to an actual crime, you know? But...
Doesn't she want to be a prosecutor? How has she never seen crime tape ever?
yeah, I don't know. Go to like a party warehouse is all I'm saying. It was always my dream to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. You can do that, but you'll get arrested. You can do that now. You don't have to be a prosecutor. You can just
You don't let your dreams be dreams.
It's a little daunting to encounter it again so soon.
I think maybe you're overreacting a little. I mean, there was a murder here, Phoenix. Is it...
There's blue and yellow paint here. This is all I need to paint a portrait of you, Mr. Wright.
I am wearing a red necktie, you know.
Yeah.
This is new dialogue, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this, but I'm sure we looked at everything before.
Yeah, but Gumshoe is here, so I wonder if that changes the context.
So it was all gumshoe dialogue.
Yeah, we can't, like, talk amongst ourselves while Gumshoe's here.
He'll spy on us, a little sniveling.
Oh.
A piece of white cloth is sticking out. Looks like a shirt.
You better tidy it up or it'll get wrinkled.
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't leave it hanging out like that. Yeah, because Gumshoe was talking about how people always leave stuff hanging out. Or like stuff falls out. Or he always did or whatever and it gets torn. And I'm like, how does it get torn? It's an evidence locker with no traffic.
Yeah, I remember,
Like,
I remember you saying that.
Nobody comes through here.
A pile of junk lies battered, worn and forsaken.
Aren't you being a little dramatic? That's her whole personality. Looks like a fishing pole, a metal detector. Not sure what this one is.
They cast a withering gaze in our direction that screams, "Dust me."
Can't junk just be plain old junk? Dude. Stephanie, ideas. You're complicit in me being lost.
Well,
you're paying just as much attention. Help me.
Okay. Now what happens when you go back to your office? Will Emma ever help you with anything?
No, she's the worst.
So our cowboy's gone, our lunch lady's gone, Gumshoe's gone, everyone's gone. So I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do, to be honest. I'm assuming we just have to find someone. What about our little Rock Lee friend? Do you think he has anything to say about the screwdriver? I don't know why you would.
Why do you suck so much? She has nothing for me. She's just sitting there staring at me.
That's what I do.
Plant. Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Looks a little yellow today.
You suck, Miss Phoenix Wright. Oh, I watered him just now. I mixed in a lot, too. Mixed in?
Yeah. Mixed in what?
Why, my very own scientific additive. Well, Charlie, you like it?
I told you he was turning yellow. Oh no.
Don't poison him.
She peed in it.
Oh.
Isn't that what people always complain about? Is like their dogs ruin all their plants because they poison them by peeing on
Yeah,
them?
it's like a well-known fact that especially if you have, for some reason, it's female dogs in particular, because I think it's the estrogen, but like when they pee on your lawn, you'll get big yellow spots. My family had an English Mastiff, which obviously produces a lot of pee, and so we just have gigantic yellow spots on our lawn.
Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Egad! The bellboy was staring right at me.
He looks wimpy, but you can tell there's a sharp edge under that facade.
He looks bulky.
Yeah, he looks pretty buff, dude.
Yeah.
That bellboy is going to be someone someday.
Wish someone would say that about me.
Oh, my heart.
There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from clients, though. You don't have clients.
Yeah, who?
Don't fucking lie to me, Phoenix.
You live here, Phoenix Wright.
You don't have clients.
This is your apartment.
We've established this. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me.
Oh, I tried studying one of those just now.
Just now?
Just now. Remember what they were talking about in the trials today?
Oh, right. Evidence law. So did you learn anything?
Well, when I tried reading it, it made my head hurt.
Oh.
Then, when I closed it, it slipped out of my hand and fell on my foot.
Oddly enough, I find myself identifying with her on this one.
She said that so happily.
Well, it's the same joke that... I think Phoenix already told that joke?
No, he said it about himself.
It made my head hurt, and then it falls on his foot. He's like, then my foot hurt. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases.
What are you doing right now, fool?
Except clients apparently look at your poster weird that totally exists.
Uh-oh, I have a history test coming up next week. I better study.
Oh, please leave.
I'm borrowing this desk, okay? Let's see. George Washington was the first king of America.
Sorry, Mia. Sorry, Mia?
Because he's letting that dumb girl sit in Mia's desk.
Wow, even the game thinks that she's disrespecting Mia by existing in this room?
Yes.
Wow. Let's see what place has a person in it. You're a person. You know what this is? Officer Meekins, can you take a look at this?
I'm sorry, sir, but I have no idea what that is.
Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck. It's the dial-up. Oopsie.
Okay, how about anything in that room? Oh wait, we can show him stuff about the room because we went to that room after talking to him. So show him like the floor plan. Or the that, yeah. Oh really, dude? Huh. I thought for sure he was like gonna be the one that broke that because he's like that kind of goofy doofus. The glove was from there.
it got broken in the murder.
Well, I know, but I thought maybe he was there for that, so maybe he would know something. Wow.
I'm not sure this guy's any use at all.
Rock Lee.
What other characters exist?
That's what I'm saying, is like we don't have anyone else to talk to, which is the problem here. Unless it's like that one time where we had to talk to the chief of police, which for some reason like unveiled more options, which was complete hodunk.
This is getting
I don't know who to talk to.
exponentially more confusing. Okay, so I'm gonna roll with the idea that it has to be Edgeworth, because he seems to be the only character that exists.
Yeah, but what can we show him? I guess just show him something.
Let's
just show him literally everything.
I mean, do we have anything
happens.
else to look at around here? I think we've done everything. Didn't we? And we already sprayed the blood stuff everywhere, right?
Our very nice commenters pointed out that is a car elevator, like we thought.
Yeah, and I'm like, what?
I don't understand. I will never.
It's still an asshole move that like Edgeworth's car is just blocking it.
Yeah, that's the. I guess that someone pointed that out too.
Yeah, he just left it there when the whole thing, like, he would have never been framed if he just stored his car correctly, basically. But also, even though he's not been framed somehow, because he's just no blame, no one even suspects him somehow. But also, like, while this investigation is going on, which is at least 3 days long, or 4 days long, actually, because they're 4-day trials, because it's 3 days of trial, but 1 day beforehand. For those 4 days, none of those people can get their cars.
Yeah.
Which
is a huge inconvenience.
And they're all other prosecutors, so it's just going to make them madder at him.
Yeah.
His reputation's only going to get worse.
The I am curious about the logistics of that still. Like, do you have to like go to a machine and tell them what car is yours? Do you have to like push the wheel and just wait for yours to show up? Like, it's like a Ferris wheel of cars. I'd like to see this in real life one day. I'll add it to my life goals. Be like, see a car elevator, because my life goal list is interesting and like very eclectic.
I'm so lost. I think we already showed him this. Yeah.
Oh, on a fun side note, I found out you can buy that luminol spray. I found it on Amazon.
Yeah, it's just around.
But it was not very expensive at all. It was only like 13 bucks.
Yeah. You could learn horrible things about your surroundings.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Help me out, game.
I was hoping that he would be able to tell us some of the other numbers on there.
Yeah. It feels like there should be somebody we can ask about these.
Well, I'm sure Gant.
But all the people vanished, so maybe we have to wait for the case, just like the trial to happen.
We need to find out who 4989596 is.
Yeah.
That's the important person. That's Gant. I bet you that's
they used
Gant.
it twice.
Yeah, that's the important one. Because that's the person that killed him. Like.
Yeah. 77777777420 just sounds like a joke.
It does. It does. I want to know. Yeah, Rock Lee should be on there, which is why, like, Rock Lee didn't say anything about this, right? We showed him this. He didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Which is stupid because he should be one of these numbers.
He said he went in there, right?
Yeah, he should be one of these numbers.
Because he got knocked out by the vase.
Yeah.
So he should be.
Or something. Yeah, but he should be on here. So he should have something to say about it.
I think that makes him 596.
But why would he come in twice? I guess that would make him that. But like, I don't know why
he
came in
followed
twice.
Bruce Goodman in and accosted him and then got assaulted.
Yeah, but then he passed out and all that whatnot.
So him going in the same minute as Bruce Goodwin makes sense, although it's a little fast, but it's fine.
But I don't know why he'd go in 24 minutes before that.
So I guess 777 must not be a joke. Because the 777 person sounds like they actually like camped out in that room in hiding or something for like an hour.
Well, what if someone was in the evidence locker? Like that they were in it. What if that's one? That's like the twist. Is they were
maybe
hiding.
He was hiding in the vase.
Oh my gosh, they're still in the evidence locker right now.
I think that might be the chief of police. I think the chief of police who was planning all this, because he even told Miles to go in there and stuff like that.
Of course he would.
It's when he was already in there.
Oh my
too.
gosh! And 7. So well, this is a stupid, unrelated.
It's
whatever.
also a swag ass ID number, which is probably the chief.
Yeah, but 7 is the God number.
Is it?
Yeah, and 7
God is
sevens.
7.
Yeah, God is. You didn't know that? That's why Devil's 6, God's
Yeah.
7.
If man is 5, then the devil is 6, and God is 7.
That is like canon. People believe 7's the God number.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't get it.
I don't either. But I mean, there's lore to
Gone
it.
to heaven.
Yeah, but that's why they say that in
Yeah.
that song. But 7 sevens, he's the one wearing the big, like, you know, cross necktie and all that stuff. Just saying. I don't know.
Is that why 7's the lucky number?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's all tied to to religion.
Yes. And I think 13's unlucky because of the something about the Last Supper or something.
Yeah, there was 13 people at the table, so now you're not supposed to ever sit down with 13 people at a table.
Yeah.
There's like some. I don't remember the context anymore because I heard it when I was like a kid, I think. But there was some sort of like contest with like countries where like they'd have people that are like paid to like sit with you if there's 12 of you, so that you don't. I mean, if there's 13 of you, so that you don't have to sit down with 13 people or something. It's something like that. I feel like I heard this like 18 years ago, so the context is
Just
stripped.
uninvite one person. Just say you're excluded.
Yeah, don't have 13 friends, weirdo.
You need 12 friends.
Bah.
Wow. Wario. Luigi.
I'm just gonna keep showing him things.
Well, yeah, that's all you can do. He's our only guy.
I did that. I think I did all of these.
Did we do the glove?
I did the glove, so I left off here.
Wait. What was that? The knife?
Yeah, but it's not that knife, but the other knife.
Has he not seen that yet?
Apparently, it's yeah.
What? Okay, fine.
Because this is the one.
This is the one from the old case.
So he went into the evidence room to get the screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
Goodman went into the evidence room to get this knife.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Does this mean that Edgeworth was the one that was supposed to die?
Maybe.
Maybe.
How do you mistake these people for each other?
Well, maybe he just like fucked up and got the timing wrong.
Did he fall asleep? Like,
I don't
missed
know.
The first one. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
That is our job.
It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You were the man who revived the worst memory of my life.
Whoa.
Whoa. I mean...
Well, to save you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I mean, your
Punk
memory
ass.
was coming back at you one way or another, because all
Yeah.
the people involved in that were trying to end your life.
Either you have to remember it now or you can remember it in prison, so you're welcome.
I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
Because we share deep, dark secrets. Because we love each other.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. The really convoluted one. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. What time of year is it? It's...
What time of year is it? In real life?
Yeah, I'm just... it's surprisingly hard to think about it, because time's been on pause for like months now.
Yeah, dude, this year sucked. I just want to say this right now.
I'm just sitting in a room for all the time. But I did pause and think, I'm like, is something in this? Is it something that is in this room, or is it the season? And I'm like, June is not allergy season for me. Like it comes by for like a couple weeks at most, and it's not in June. It's always in spring and fall.
Maybe you need to
bit.
dust.
I guess I skipped allergy season this year by not going outside.
Maybe it's Kiki. Maybe it's my dog.
Kiki. You got me? I'm just suddenly sneezing. I'm like, stop it. No, I'm frustrated right now because like I know that the human mind is really bad at processing like difficult things and tragedies and like global problems and statistics and so on. So like everyone like does their time for a couple months and then they feel like it's over, because like inherently that's like, it feels intuitive to be like, oh, I hit away and I socially distanced for like 2 or 3 months, we win, right? It's over. But like right now there's more new cases per day than there's ever been. Like it's worse than ever. And people are like, all right, let's reopen society and go to restaurants and go hang out and have fun. And I'm like, no. Look, it's not even trending down right now. It's going up. It's literally more dangerous now than it was when you got scared into hiding the first time. And I suddenly feel like I'm the only person left besides like certain YouTubers that are just like even acknowledging that it's still like this, because like everyone, I feel like almost everyone I know is just like reopening, but also like society's reopening and like restaurants are just going to be back now, and I'm like, what? but the numbers are like, we've been ignoring our numbers our whole life. Just look at global warming.
See, I think a lot of people are aware of the numbers. What I think it is that there was a point where the trade-off was worth it to them, where it was like, okay, I don't mind giving up, this amount of time for this much personal safety and or public health for everyone else. But yeah. I think it's getting to the point where it's becoming disproportionate to people, where people are like, it's not worth it anymore. Like, I'd rather risk it. Like, and they're aware of the problem, but they're like, I'd rather risk it than forsake this much more time. And
it's like, you sure are risking it, because it definitely is worse. It's more dangerous now than it was before, and people are just like, yeah, but fuck it.
Yeah, I think that's the mentality. I think unfortunately, like the attention span of the American public is over it. It is over it.
Yeah, and it's rough because we're worse off than most of the other countries.
Yeah,
like, we're one of the countries that handled this the worst. Well, and we're already done with what little we did. we're like,
we're just really used to getting what we want. Like, we're really kind of spoiled in like, well, we do whatever we want, yada yada. So I think people just threw a fit for so long that they just, the government just was like, fine, do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, it's noticeable because like the last time we had protests before the ones that actually mattered was people protesting this. And it's it's like that amazing tweet that's like, all the zombie fiction all got it wrong. They forgot to include all the Americans that want to get bit by zombies and fight for their right to get bit by zombies.
As like a little demonstration of, or like I know that things have been just as bad, if not, like, people have not quarantined. I can say this because looking at where I work, our sales numbers have been exceeding what we were supposed to be making.
Yeah.
For this whole time, and they never dipped. They cut our staff in half, but our sales numbers have been exceeding our goals consistently ever since COVID happened. And now they're bringing us back to full time, although like our normal hours. Although my staff doesn't know that yet. I know it, but like they all don't know it. We're going back to normal hours with our half staff still.
Wow.
So, and like I said, we're exceeding sales numbers with our daily store opening being cut like by several hours every day. We were closing like 3 hours early every day, but we're like still making more money than before.
Where it's like, I
guarantee you,
I go out once every other week and that's it. And it sucks.
I've been seeing just as much people as I always have, if not actually more. So Good job, everybody. I sacrificed myself so you guys can get your good stuff, and you just don't care.
You get an F, America, like you do in most things. I'm proud to be American. Like it means I'm free.
That song makes me laugh.
It's hilarious. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
Gosh, he's such a villain. Damon Gant.
He's got to be the villain. There's too many suspicious things, but also, like, he's got that smug face that you just want to see crack when you finally get through to him. Like, when you finally get past all of his bullshit, and then he gets this, like, exasperated or, like, demon angry face or whatever, because that's always how it goes.
I'm excited to see that one. I want to see it.
He's gonna crack. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why it was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. And that code is? He's just gonna pass right by that.
Yeah, don't worry. He's like, don't worry
He's
about
not gonna actually give us his rules so that we can check it against his previous behavior to see if it's actually consistent or not. He's just gonna I totally have a code. Anyway. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister, what?
If you were still studying forensic science?
Huh? Yeah, of course.
She's never studied forensic science.
I mean,
ever.
I like watched like CSI
doesn't-
Miami, and I bought this luminol.
That's all I know about that show. I've never watched it a single time. I've only seen the original CSI, but I just know that's the fucking yeah.
Yeah. Because it's a Who song, right? Because they all open with Who songs.
They fully committed to that. There's like 4 or 5 CSIs, including like a super
Oh, gosh.
canceled like cyber hacking one, and even that one has a Who song. They all do.
Like,
Because it's the first one's "Who Are You," and then
That's a great song to pick.
Is that Bubba O'Reilly? Is the yeah?
Bubba O'Reilly.
Yeah, and then I know that the cyber hacking one is "I Can See for Miles."
See, those are all good picks.
They're good.
I mean,
Who has good picks?
well, the Who's great, but I mean, I Can See for Miles, and then Who Are You is really good for like crime scene.
What's up with the audio
theme.
mixing on that song, though? Have you noticed that?
What?
There's an acoustic guitar solo that's really strummy, and like, it just every single version of that album I've ever listened to, it's like 20 decibels quieter than the rest of the song, and you have to like turn up the audio to even hear it.
You know what?
It's like they're trying to break. It's like they're trying to break your speakers when it goes back to brum, 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 brum. Like they're trying to like blow up your fucking sound system because you have to turn it up. The dynamic range is way too wide.
I always wondered about My Generation. You know, like how he stutters, and I always wondered, is that on purpose?
Probably.
I always wondered
This is
that.
a
I never
studio
looked it
recording.
up because I always forget. But it's like my generation, and I got to the point where I could sing it with the stutters. Cause I know where all the stutters are.
I think there's more. Yeah,
because
there's
I
a
know
bunch
it
of
so
them.
well. But I'm like, is that on purpose?
That seems practiced.
It's like every few words, it's like a
But no, like there's a weird thing where like if you're listening to like in most cars or like just most situations where like the volume's set to like a setting you would use for like when you're listening to audio with a group of people, you can hear all of Who Are You clearly from front to back until the middle part where it just goes dead silent for like 90 seconds. And you can't hear anything. And like you have to be wearing headphones to pick it out because there's a whole guitar solo in the middle, but it's so quiet for some reason on every print of the song. And I don't know why. It's weird.
I'm gonna have to like go back and like think about. I mean, some of it I just like attribute to like this music's older, and so I'm just I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to like shoddy audio mixing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it was made for like a different type of stereo. Someone out there knows. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
This is not evidence that you're studying forensics.
No, you can
This
just
is
be a
evidence.
creep.
This is evidence you've played a visual novel before.
It's evidence that you're a creeper.
Luminal testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this.
Oh, it's like fingerprint dusting.
We
should have had this
print dusting
all
set.
along.
Why don't we have any tools?
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints?
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Aluminum powder. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. It's extra sticky.
Ooh. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. That face doesn't say that.
Extra sticky. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Do as you will to me.
Edgeworth, I'm really
In love with you.
no need to thank me.
Just thank me later.
You get all this
sweetheart.
shit on Amazon for like $1.
I would look this shit up too.
You guys are, y'all
buy all this.
everyone here is incompetent. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Wow.
Whoa, that's helpful.
Wow, that is actually harder to get. Because we don't have access to that.
Yeah, the fingerprint files is the big deal.
Everything else is fucking elementary shit. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, fingerprints and files. Is it one piece of evidence?
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
There's more? Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh my god,
the badger, the badger.
They get...
The badger! We can fingerprint the badger!
Technically, but that's not what he means.
That's what I want!
That's not what he means.
That's what I want, though.
Oh, the file isn't its own separate thing. It's only this. Is there a reason that I can view this like this? They made a 3D model and everything. Is this helpful? Why?
It's just cool, Keith. It's just for the cools.
It looks like cotton candy.
Don't eat
It
that.
looks like a food rod. Like one of those cardboard tubes that they put stuff on. Mm-hmm. Like cotton candy. I don't know why I said stuff.
It's like only one thing they do that to. Fingerprint! Yay! Fingerprint! Oh no! Do a close up. Can you if you do a close up? Oh no. Fingerprint that bitch.
We already know whose handprint it is. You already know who it is.
I know, but
Like it's clearly Gumshoe just being so bad with paint that it's just like he's just smearing it everywhere.
no, I want it to be someone trying to escape, and they just rush past him and they put their hands on him.
They handprint it. And
Yeah, from the evidence room.
And with their hand that caught you blue-handed. Because for some reason their hand's blue already, so they touch it twice?
I don't know.
You just want this narrative to work.
I really just want the badger to be heavily involved in this case, and he's
the reason's
not.
not nearly as important.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want him to be involved.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. No? I mean, that one too, but...
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Wait. I don't think you could do this.
Oh, with blood?
Yeah. I think the whole point of dusting for prints is it's the oils of somebody's hand touching a smooth surface, and then on that you can get a print when you dust it. But like, blood's liquid.
Well, the thing is,
big smeary bloody print. Like, if anything, if there's a print in the blood, I feel like you could just see it.
That's the thing.
already.
Is like usually that's the point. Is if there's fingerprints in liquid or blood.
There would already be fingerprints in the blood if it's thin enough to have a print. Otherwise, if it's thicker, it's just going to be gloopy blood. They're not going to have prints off it, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I thought we were talking about the other handprint. I didn't think we were talking about this
I thought we were going to study the invisible handprint that we sprayed earlier. Although the fact that we sprayed it might have ruined the print.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
So I have so many questions. Also, what was their hand in that made their hand glow? I call it the stranger. Does anyone remember that anymore?
No, but what is that?
You don't know what that is?
No, it's just
It's a throwaway joke that just fucking shows up one day in Scrubs, which I watched the hell out of when I was a teenager. Where it's JD the main character talking about masturbating, and he says that sometimes he'll sit on his hand for a while until it falls asleep, and then it's like somebody else is doing it, and he calls it the stranger.
I think from what I know, that's common practice.
It's just like it's such a
I don't have a text, so I don't know, but the stranger.
The stranger. Nothing about that sounds pleasant. your hand falling asleep, like it doesn't move right. Like whenever your arm falls asleep, like you can't move your hand right anymore.
I was thinking you have to use your other hand to
like,
help your numb
yeah,
hand.
you're all like limp and uncoordinated and shitty, and like your fingers are flopping around and your wrist sucks. And also, once it starts coming back, everything hurts. It's like pinpricks everywhere. Why would you do that on purpose? I think it's just. I feel like it's not common practice. I don't think it's common practice though. I think it's just a joke.
Or it's a common joke.
Yeah, I think the joke might be common. I feel like attempting this would be a disaster.
Let us know in the comments, guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
I actually genuinely want to know. So. I'm creating a cesspool. Sorry.